Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kickers.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Back again with another video. Alright, man, EA released a patch today, but in the patch, they really didn't address much. They tuned outside cover 3 zones, so it doesn't, bug out, because apparently there's issues with people running bunch with flawed concepts, and it's literally just destroying cover 3. That's one reason why I barely play it, or if I do play certain zones in this game that's broken, I tell you guys in all my videos, I disguise all my coverages. I try to make all of them look the same, so you cannot tell which coverage I'm in. I could be in man, cover 4, cover 2, cover 3, it all looks the same. That's the only way to really just disguise it, that way you can't really tell. But it's supposed to be addressed. That's really the only zones. Cover 2 is still shaky. This guy I'm playing right now, he played a whole lot of cover 2, as you can see on that last touchdown. I just gunned him on the cover 2 streak, and it's still open. If you can read it correctly, you still get that guy wide open. So cover 2, you gotta use it sparingly. So cover 2, cover 4 is still not addressed yet. In the patch, they said they're still looking at coverages, so maybe in the future they'll try to address it, but for right now, not addressed. Also not addressed is custom playbooks, still there. No word on EA on it. They haven't said anything. So right now, cover 3 seems to work. Man defense, of course, and match principles work, but cover 2, cover 4 still out there, not fixed. Let's see, cover 4 also got attention during good money, blah blah blah. There's still also plenty of eyes on the October title update, which is expected to bring highly anticipated and recently. They're talking about scouting, but yeah, they haven't said anything. What they said with the Madden podcast was they're looking at coverages and they're going to tune them accordingly with time. So they don't want to rush and update the zone coverages and mess it up. So they're trying to take the time to see how it's playing and then address and such. So I'm going to leave the patch there. It's still really technically the same game still. Minor updates on it. And we're just going to keep waiting to see what they do to the game. I mean, 2 coverages still doesn't really work correctly. And we still don't have custom playbooks features in the game. So we're still playing with default playbook. So I'll say it for the last time. People are still reacting to that one video I made, well, going towards a month ago. If you're using custom playbooks, you're gonna get losses. So I advise you just don't use custom playbooks, use team playbooks till EA addresses the issue. Like I said, they haven't even mentioned it, they haven't even said anything to say, oh, we acknowledge this problem with it and we're working on the fix. Nothing. So the only thing you can do right now is just use default playbooks. So basically you have a customizable playbook in the game, but you can't use it. So unless you're playing somebody offline or something, you can't get into an online game with it. Alright, man, let me leave that alone. That's the patch, and get back to this game, which is a pretty good game. I'm trying to understand what he's playing and find he's catching here on man-to-man, the out route, got touched out, and also he's trying to figure me out. Like he's seen me playing a lot of quarters defense, and he's trying to find ways, and he's sending his running back out on routes and getting completions. So what I'm doing, like I said, all my defense looks the same. If I'm playing man, it looks like man. If I'm playing cover 2, it's like cover 2. After he snaps the ball, he has to figure out what I'm doing. This is man defense here, with some zone mixed into it, so he's able to find the drag. And hey, if you find the open guy, man, more power to you. The idea, my defense is not you can't really shut anybody down. You can just try to contain them until they make a mistake. That's just the way Madden has been for the last couple of years. So people try to show you like blitzing defenses, and I'm looking at the defense. I'm like, this stuff. If I play somebody that does it to me, I'm just gonna. It's over. Because I read defenses before I throw. I try to read the best as I can before I throw the ball. So I know where I'm going with the ball prior to me even throwing the ball. And if it's not there, then I gotta look for somebody else. While most folks, like when they play online, it's the same stuff where you snap the ball and you have these long 15-yard plus routes going upfield, and a lot of times they don't have check down, although this guy was checking down a lot. I mean, that's what really like forces you to concentrate. Do you want to give up deep or do you want to give up short? When you have like 4 wide receivers on the field and all 4 is going on deep routes, like once those routes aren't there, it's like it becomes panic time. It's like, all right, what am I going to do? Is that scrambling? So that's That's why some of those defenses I see people show, oh, you can get this quick blitz. I'm like, quick blitz for who? Like I was watching somebody today showing the quick blitz is, you know, a notarized Madden contributor to the Madden community, and I was just like, man, this is good for somebody that, for a novice player, somebody that really doesn't understand what he's doing off of his nickel triple. But I'm like, yeah, look, all the flats is wide open. Like the wide receiver on the right is wide open. There's no defender to the left edge to let me know that, hey, this defender might sneak underneath my receiver. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put him on the out route, put him on the comeback. Because there's no help for that defender. And I can know like the blitz is coming from the left side or the right side, identify where it's coming from, and just release the ball as soon as I see him coming. It's like your, what do you call it? Your blitzing is nullified. You can try doing it all game, and then it's like, you know, you're just going to keep eating yards upfield. So it's just understanding the defense, the alignment of the defense, and throwing the corner. This could be in a pick. I was following that guy and I let him go because I didn't think he was going to throw because my rush was coming. So I just like let the rush try to get to him, but you know, threw it over my head anyway. So I picked him off here regardless. I mean, he's trying to, you know, wait till it's 2 minutes left in the game. I'm almost guaranteed I know I'm going to turn the guy over because they're forced to throw the ball into my defense, and that's kind of what I'm waiting for. When you're running the ball and throwing the ball, you know, it makes it a little bit difficult. Once you know you have your opponent boxed in a certain way, then you already know. This defense is playing here is cover 2 with his outside guys. He puts them on blue streaks. So as you can see, I had all my receivers going upfield with one check down, and he followed the check down. So you're like, all right, I'm going to put 2 check downs and 2 comebacks. So there's a check down and there's a comeback. So he's going to follow the check down. I just hit the comeback because he's playing the exact same defense. So I mean, once you know where it's coming, I put my running back there in case I use a blitz on the left edge. If he doesn't blitz, then just check for the comeback. If he doesn't follow the check down, he follows the check down and just the comeback. So as long as you know what the defense is in and you know where you're gonna go with the ball, it's like it makes your reads on the field easy, as opposed to just same thing again here, playing the same defense, did the opposite side just in case he jumps the comeback on the left side. I pull one on the right side. So I'm trying to score here for halftime. He's playing a lot of cover 2. So on this play right here, I'm trying to split the safeties in the middle. But you know what he's doing? He's playing man. I didn't read it correctly. And then the safety on the left side, you know, helps out. So he picks it off. Good play. Like, stuff like that is football. It's like you make a mistake, it's like, alright. You know, like, you know, they always do. You got to go back to your clipboard and look to see, how did I jack that up last time? Let me correct it on the next one. But as long as you know what the errors are, you know, the frustration comes when I see folks playing a certain way, and they don't want to change how they're playing to what I'm doing. They want to keep doing what they're doing, no matter what it is I'm doing. And then this frustration just mounts and mounts and mounts. It's like if it's not working because I'm playing like this, why would you come on this thing twice? I'm probably just gonna go to run back this time, maybe. I don't get spread the right route. Right here, I switched to man, I audible to man, and the safety on the top left is supposed to contain this deep post that he just threw in. Maybe I should have hit box. I tried to go intercept it, and that's what interception does. Like if you hit box, you fly up in the air and swat it down, but that's this thing I'm still adjusting to, but still between hitting box and hitting triangle. So he was able to split those 2 safeties and get the touchdown, which is fine. In my head, I'm like, I just got to score. It's 3 minutes here in the third quarter. I just got to score. And the thing about comebacks is you have to know when to throw it. If you try to throw comebacks against me, if you do it once or twice, I know you're going to do it, then I would just take it away, then I'll force you to do something else. But I keep hitting him with comebacks because he keeps leaving his outside wide receivers on an island, on one-on-one, with no help coverage underneath. So I'm going to show you right here. He just sent his blitz right here, right? So I know he's going to send it again because I come on the same formation, right? The same man defense. I got to come back on the outside. There's no help underneath. And the user doesn't know where to go. He's like, do I take the crossing route, drag route coming across, or I take the running back? But then it's like, Robinson's running a comeback on the top and he's on the man-to-man. So that's how you get comebacks to work. You just gotta figure out who's being isolated one-on-one and you can run a comeback on it. Alright, this is just frustration time. He's gonna try to run the exact same deep post play again. It's not there. He checks his secondary option and throws an interception. So that's it, man. That's the patch for you. That's the game for you. There's really not much really changed. Hopefully EA can address some of the issues that I posed, just with custom playbooks. We need it or the game's gonna get stale. Alright, man. Till next video. Talk to you guys later. Alright, one.